Hey YouTube, it's Mickey D here with episode 93 of Stationeers. A little bit later start than I planned tonight, but we're still going to get an episode in. Um, this is pretty much right after the last episode. I haven't done anything else. I'm kind of just opening stuff up. Hey MacGyver, hey David. Ooh, that kind of blew me over there a little bit. Um, yeah, so I'm going to put the little platform on hold for a little while, or at least for this episode, I think, so that I want to work on getting the heating system added into the gas, and I kind of thought of a way to do that. It's a little bit different than kind of what we were thinking before, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of, I haven't smelted anything or whatnot, so we're still kind of low on some stuff. I think we got enough. We're basically going to be making circuits, I think. Maybe some panels and stuff, which we should have enough stuff for that, I do believe. And we definitely need a process. Okay. Three. Let me see. Should probably get some of this stuff out of our inventory too. And there we go. We'll take some extra wire since we always need more wire. And we don't really need our tracking beacon. We'll leave that up here with the drill. Logic I... Was it Logic? Oh no, that was that Logic IO. And we'll bring the memory. We should bring the labeler too. Let me think about it. We're not going to need heavy cape. Actually... We might. We might actually need some heavy cable. Actually, I'm pretty sure we are going to need heavy cable. I think we're going to actually have to run a whole circuit for this. So this might be, I definitely want to get, let's see, we're going to need reader, a writer, select, compare. Oh, we might actually not need any more circuits. Okay. So my thought is that what we're going to do is we're going to need wall heaters, which we don't have anything in this machine. Copper, gold, and iron. Copper, gold, and iron. Alright, let's get some of this stuff moved over. So I was thinking about it. So instead of building two tanks, because we were kind of thinking about having the two tanks, you know, one to cool and then one to heat. I'm just gonna make one. I'm just gonna enclose the one tank. And what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna put. Oh, that's right. You can't stack these. Ah, it's so annoying. I don't know why you can't stack these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually, yeah. That's probably gonna be one too many. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. They're the same size as like an active vent or a passive vent, and you can stack those, but you can't stack wall heaters. Okay. So we don't need any pipes. We don't need any cooling. And I'm just going to keep processing some stuff as we go along, just to kind of keep some of the... Oh, whoops. Yeah, let's not spit it right back out again. So my thought is, instead of having the two separate tanks, what we're going to do is we'll have, you know, we'll have the one tank. Say this is the tank. We'll have the tank. We close it in walls, kind of like we were doing with these ones. We'll put wall heaters in there, and then if the temperature in the tank is too low, then it's going to shut off the valve to the radiator. It's going to kick in the heaters, heat up the tank until it gets warm enough. And then it'll open up the valve and let everything go out. Shut off the heaters, let the valve go out. Or open up the valve and let the gas continue on. If it's too hot, then obviously it's going to keep the wall heaters on. It's going to open up the radiator, let the tank cool, and then once it's cooled down, it'll open up and let the gas go on. So, because we can do it in one setup. There's not really a point to have the two different tanks. It basically does the exact same thing, and unless we do, yeah, no. See, I don't think I want to do the two separate tanks. I mean, we got space for it, but it just seems like it's kind of, I was like, well, if we have a tank and then, we're dumping ices in it, it's going to have to heat it up. It's just going to bypass the first tank and go right to the second tank. The other building that, the one we're adding in, or the other one that I'm adding on, the top of it's going to be a landing pad. And then the bottom of it is going to be, the inside of it is actually going to be like our ore processing. And I'm going to go see if we have any wall sections. You know what? We're going to have to make some steel, I think. Yeah. And we might need, I don't know if we need, we're probably going to need to make another, oh, we have a wall heater right there too. We might need another valve. I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to be running in and out a little bit. But I think we used up all of the steel, if I remember correctly. Well, we have one gram of steel. So, yes. But we'll... I guess we're going to... Oh, let's turn this stuff off. That way we don't need that running. We don't need that running. We're in kind of power saving mode right now. So we just want those 3 on, which we are still dropping below the temperature outside, strangely enough. And for now on, until we know it's fixed, I'm only going to use this airlock because obviously the other one is buggy. Oh, hey, Kelvin. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I haven't seen any reports on it. I'm probably put a bug report in for it tomorrow. I don't know if it's something with my base specifically, but nobody else seems to have reports of it. So, and yeah, we'll see. What was I gonna? They did do. There was a couple little bug patches. The last tonight, yesterday, today, whatever. And I guess they missed one of the I forget what they're calling, the composite cladding. For the outside of the base. I guess one of them wasn't actually being implemented. So we're actually at 10 minutes. So you pretty much caught it at the beginning. It was a bit of a late start tonight. And I'll probably stream for about an hour, and then I've got to get to bed. And I'm going to finish up my taxes tomorrow and work on my wife's car. So I will probably start streaming a little bit later tomorrow. Obviously earlier than I do on the weekdays still. But hopefully I'll get quite a few episodes in tomorrow. And I still want to do a Hellion episode too. All right, so we're going to just... Well, actually, you know what? Before we start just throwing stuff on the ground, how about we actually use the actual storage we have out here? Yeah, we're definitely going to need more heavy cable. I should get some of that processing. Do we have anything in slot 4? No. Oh, anyway, we didn't even bring out the tool belt either. Good thing we have to go back in. I'm going to grab those wall heaters. And we're going to need to make at least one batch of steel. And yeah, I'm not going to wait for you to pressurize. which we'll probably just go ahead and smelt up a whole bunch of stuff because we can do the copper isn't outgassing, so it's not dropping it like it should. Um, like the iron and I don't. I think that's an oversight thing. I think they just haven't got around to straightening it out yet. But the copper and the uh, like the coal doesn't obviously outgas, but the iron does, and a few of the gold does, and a few of the other ores do. But for whatever reason, the iron is not outgassing right now. So, or no, copper is not outgassing right now. And what is it? It's a 3 to 1. I can't remember. I should make a sign that says what iron is because I always like second guess it because I'm thinking Minecraft, which is like a 2 to 1. And then everything else in the game is 1 to 1. So those are easy. So if we put which we're gonna do a big batch because steel we always need quite a bit of it, especially since we're going to be doing that big building. So we're going to go through a ton of steel plates and a ton of well, we still got to make a whole bunch more frame blocks up as well too. So we definitely need it. Let's not grab we want to steep the even increments because otherwise that will screw everything up. And I'm hoping I didn't put too much coal in there and we actually have enough iron to match that. So we did 300. No, I don't want to split that. Oh, okay, fine. Doesn't matter. Ah, there it is. I was going to say, hey! It's like a treble. The dust bunnies have a mind of their own. So anyway, we'll get some steel made up. What I'm thinking is we can get the steel made, and I believe, if I remember correctly, the copper is now outgassing. So once the furnace is heated up, we can basically just run a whole bunch of copper through right after. So might as well take advantage of it while the furnace is heated up. Oh, and we should turn that on. Let it go ahead and outgas since we're filling it up. Yeah, it is chasing after them. They could fix that easy enough by not making the ores like round. Okay, yeah, we'll let that go. 3, so we're going to need 900 iron. No, I hope I didn't do too much. You see, 100, another 150. Oh, we should be all right. It's 300. Oh, we don't get enough iron, do we? Shoot, I'm going to be slightly short. We could always run outside and grab some more iron real quick. Anytime I hear that song, the only thing I can think of is City Slickers. And if you've ever seen the first one. And yeah. And I'm trying really hard not to break out into singing that because nobody wants to hear me sing, first of all. Musical talent is not anything I have ever had, so. Alright, what are we at? 6. We're going to be at 650, 750, 8. Yeah, we're like 100 short, of course. And I think, if I remember correctly, and if somebody knows and I'm off on it, I believe the steel is that you cannot use the refined, because I know all the other recipes you can either use ore or refined. Yeah, that sucks. All right. Well, we can run out, and we're at 800. Yeah, we need 100 more. And we got 45. So, of course. See, now we shouldn't have thrown out that one ore of iron that we throw out. Luckily, we were out yesterday, so we know that there is iron really close by, and we're not going out that airlock. And of course, it's night, which is going to make it like 3 times harder to find. Actually, while I'm going outside, let's grab some of the stuff that we need outside. I'll try to do this kind of as efficient as possible. And actually, since I did put... Oh, we can put you back in there too. Yeah, just go ahead and process another one of those. Because we did, let's see here. Oh, we need, oh, we did put gold in there. All right, good. So there, that'll give us 100. We can let that run while we're gone. So that'll give us the heavy cables. So the good thing about this is, so we're gonna have to run a heavy cable over, which we can tie in off of like this AC, is the farthest line. And then that'll give us, yeah, we're gonna have to come back in anyway. That'll give us the heavy line coming towards the new basically building, so that we can you know, tie that into the grid, where it's basically going to have its own sub kind of grid in there, and you know, we'll have a kind of like a substation, I guess you want to call it, with its own circuits running off for that building, and then anything over there. So we need to run that down through over here anyway. We are going to put a secondary battery, but it's all going to tie in off the main line over here. So it'll tie in, because this this heavy AC line, the heavy line that's running to the ACs, comes directly off the output on the batteries. So it, you know, it doesn't run through any of the other transformers or systems or anything. So we can tie right into that, and it can charge these batteries. And then that way, either side of the base will be able to pull off into that. Yes, not off the solar panels, off of the actual, I'll show you when we go back inside. It'll probably be easier that way. Oh, and let me drop off this stuff, because we don't need to bring it out. I just wanted to get it out here, because obviously we do need it out here. You know what? I didn't turn on the beacon. We're going to be daring. We're going to say we're not going that far, so there should be iron. And yes, the first thing, let's just fall in the giant hole that we've dug. But yes, my plan is we will be working on this again after we get this done. And yes, I was going to turn on my light. Yeah, luckily iron is pretty, you know, common. So we should be able to find it easy enough. Oh, is that oxide? I don't know. It is oxide. We'll have to remember that. We'll grab some of that, because we definitely need a... It's off the... there we go. Iron. Yeah, it's off of the load side of the batteries. So it ties into that, basically the main supply line, before it goes to all the small transformers and whatnot. And there should be more in here than that, unless this just happens to be one of those random really... Oh, there we go. I say deposits are almost never that small. And can we get one more, just so we can fill up the inventory? I'm really hoping they'll do some more work on the ore scanner. Somebody keeps, it's funny because every time there's like an update, somebody puts in a bug report saying that the ore scanner is only showing blue. And then everybody's like, no, it's always only shown blue. There we go. But the devs have said, you know, obviously at some point later on it will, oh, is that copper? Look, we ran around looking for copper all over the place the other day. That would be the one thing where it would be nice if the ore scanner actually did show, because, you know, then it would actually be a little bit more useful. But right now, since you can't tell what it is, it's, you know, easier just to go running around. I really wish they'd get rid of the, I know they're trying to keep it realistic, but the scanner in conjunction with the, and I'm getting rid of that because that's really annoying. The scanner in conjunction with the ground point penetrating radar, it's just, it's such a cumbersome and annoying system to use. You know what? We're going to leave the drill out here, since we have to come out to mine anyway. There's not really a point to keep them inside the base. All right. And yes. Yeah, so for some reason, this one never leaks, but the other one keeps leaking like crazy. It's only like started like within the last couple updates. Yeah, so we'll run down and actually let me throw the we'll throw the iron in there first, since we've got to let it outgas anyway. And we should just need one more. And that will give us lots and lots of steel. Very nice. And we've actually got a little bit of that, and there you go. Oh, and since we're waiting anyway, here, run that. All right, very nice. That's making piles of goodies. And before we forget, all right, so while we're waiting for that to vent out and whatnot, then we'll come down here. And so the line on in front of the batteries, basically there's one running across obviously the front here. It crosses over, and then there's a line running down the front here. So that ties into all the supply sides on all the batteries. And then obviously these are the input sides. So it basically runs off of the end and then runs up and around, and you know, we run down through. So tying off of this main line, I believe it's right around in here somewhere. It's probably over here. We moved it a little bit. Oh, right here. So yeah, this line right here, this comes right off of this supply. So it pulls off of all of these batteries, and that's what the ACs are tied into because of the demand. And that's what we'll carry that line on over to the other section, so then we're able to pull right off of there. So basically, I guess what we're going to do then is we're going to dump into these batteries, and then these batteries will charge the other batteries over there. Thankfully, as far as I know, there's like no loss, you know, but oh, and the autosave. Yeah, and then that, because that all ties in, runs down here, and then ties into the transformers. So all these basically run through that transformer to supply into this system. Yeah, most of the ore deposits are pretty large. I mean, there's only a few times I've run into small ones. So I haven't really had to worry about it. Okay, So we should, let me see. Yep, we're good there. And if we want to be intelligent about this, we close this door. We close this door. Click on our override so we have our light. Speaking of which, we can turn off our suit light. Leave our return off. I was almost going to kick it on. Look at that. We're actually up at full power, or full pressure. And what do we got? That's set to 20. And we should... Oh. That's all we need. Oh. Oh. Yeah, let's turn that off. And kick it on. 500. Yeah, you better give me more than 500. Thank you. 200. 1200 steel. Very nice. And we're going to go ahead and, while I think about it, we shouldn't get very hot because it's not going to be on for very long. I say that, and you know what? And the next thing we know, it's 160 degrees. Because I forgot to grab all the copper. Otherwise, we wouldn't even had to open the door up. Oh, hey, Death. How you doing? Okay. And then this will take care of our copper shortage. I would attempt to do the gold, but the gold's going to vent out, and it'll probably put out the 40 degrees. Actually, no, I wanted to, oh, is it actually? No, it's not. Okay. Let's say, is it, yeah, no, because it's not dropping the temperature. Why did I just hear? Oh, somebody popped on, didn't they? You're freaking me out with the opening and closing of doors. Makes me think the base is haunted. All right, that'll be like 250. That'll be a good batch there. I don't want to stick them all together because then we'll have everything. I'm in my spacesuit. Leave me alone. Don't tell me the temperature's high. Oh, you got silver. Nice. Yeah, there's some nickel close by, too, that we found yesterday. And I don't know. The temperature's up there pretty high, so I'm going to try doing some gold. Oh, I think I'm on fire. Obviously, that cooling is just working awesome. Yeah, I would say that's probably not a good thing. So, I don't know. I'm still, you know, I'm like all for like getting that furnace moved over into another room. I gotta see if there's a way to move the spawn point too, because everybody always spawns in on the roof, which I usually forget about until, you know, people actually spawn in again. Really? Yeah, I know. I know it's high because, you know, you're showing me burning. All right, we'll do a couple batches of 100 on this, and then we should be good. Ah, there we go. And very nice. Temperatures drop. Yep, see that it's causing it to drop. Pressure is increasing, though. And there we go. There's the gold. So we'll let that run. It can dump everything into our tank system. And we'll get out of here. Oh, now we got the red fire. But we can spread this between all the machines. So we'll be good to go. And we've got plenty of iron already, so we're good to go for a while now. Now, the question is, you know, we could actually just let this vent out. Because we do have the tank system does have the cooling on it now. So it's going to hold it until it cools down. So we could, anyway, we'll close that down. So yes, it'll be nice when that's automated and we don't have to worry about it. Now, if I open my suit, that should cool me off. Very nice. Of course, I have a little bit of chest damage there. All right, so we're going to need most of this steel in here. I'm going to put 500 in here, just because if we're making pipes, we're going to go through quite a bit of it, and then we don't need very much in there. Did I put... And we'll go ahead and put the rest of the gold and copper in there. All right, let's get this picked up, because we need most of this outside. Or we're going to need quite a bit of it out there. And I think... and you know what we can do is, since we got the steel in there now, we need to get the wall kits building, because we're going to need those. Oh, we need copper for that. Well, good thing there's copper right there. Really? Oh, no, we went the composite walls. Wait. Construction kit walls. That should be the steel. Because there's the iron wall. They changed those? Cladding, core. Pipe. I just thought of something too. Okay, there's... Okay, construction kit walls, iron wall. Kit, iron wall. Where's our composite wall? Is there a little bug in there now? Iron frames, iron sheets. As far as I... All right. Well, no, it can't be. That's the outside one that they just added. Did they move it to a different... Well, no, that should be it right there. Maybe they changed the recipe. It should be steel walls, though. Oh. Why does that take 4? I think they messed up the recipe on that. Because that's supposed to be the steel. Maybe they try to rebalance it so it's... yeah. Because I know before they rebalanced it so that it was, you know, basically cheaper to do the steel overall. But I'm assuming it must still be cheaper, but maybe they're trying to cut down on how much steel it uses. Obviously, the steel plating would still be cheaper than the iron plating, but now we're still using 4 iron for the walls, which I think is better than it was before, because I think it used, I want to say it used more steel than that, or maybe it was 4 steel was all those used. I'll have to look it up. I mean, either way, we're going to make them. Oh, yeah, while it does that, we can finish collecting all this. I should go see if I have a... Well, no, actually, next time I relog, I'll heal up anyway. All right. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Now, let's see. We'll need, what is it? It's 2 by 2. 2, 4, 6. no, 2 by 2, so that'd be 4, 16, 20. So we would need 20 to, at the minimum, to enclose the tank. Which I don't know if the wall heaters, I don't know if we're going to have to oversize it. I'm thinking we might have to make it one segment taller to put the heaters in. The only thing I just thought of was it's going to be in a vacuum. So I don't know how well it's going to heat. And actually, I think, didn't they change the wall heaters so they don't work in a vacuum anymore? We'll take all those with us too. I know the ACs, well, no, because they were still kicking on. So yeah, those haven't been changed. Because those will still kick on when the pressure is below 8. Unlike the wall coolers. And now we have to wait for that. Thankfully, at least we've got enough air that we can pressurize these up to 100%, so we don't get stuck inside the base. Okay. We'll just wait while it pressurizes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I saw your light flash in there. Yeah, try to only use this airlock. Don't use the one on the other side since it's bugged. I'll have to mess with it and see. Maybe I will do just replace it with a door for now. It's just weird that this one works fine, but that one doesn't. This is the only thing that sucks about doing it like this is we have to wait for it to completely pressurize up. And we can't see the readout from here, could we? Nah. It might be worth it to actually... Oh, okay. It might be worth it to actually hook a display up so we can see what the pressure is in the airlock. I guess that way when we're waiting, we know. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. All right. And yeah, we'll have to remember to go back in there and shut off the returns in that room. And I remember correctly, those 3 will actually... I think it actually depressurizes. No, I think we throttled the volume pump on it. And getting down there. I do want to try hooking up some more activants in this one, see if we can speed it up. And close enough. All right. So, yeah, we're going to try this. Hopefully it'll work. If it does have to be pressurized, then we're going to have to go with a second tank. Yeah, unless we... yeah, we might not have to. But it'd be a bit more... We'd have to hook up a bit more of a circuit. Well, no, I guess we could. Well, the problem is these aren't sealed. So if these aren't sealed, then that's basically... We can't pressurize that. Though I guess we could take it off a floor grate and put it in, put it on wall, because then that would seal. Yeah, I have to think about that. That's if we run into that. I don't know if it's going to be an issue or not. I guess we'll find out here in a few minutes. And I'm going to turn you around. Now, the only thing that's going to be sucky about... Oh, you know what? We shouldn't have done wall sections. We should have done frames. And we'll try it with wall sections. Just because we're going to be very limited on how we can place stuff. Ooh. Oh. Oh, look. I didn't actually center the... yeah, the tank's not centered. Oh, and I just put those in backwards too. Well, this is off to a great start. Yeah, that's the drawback of being able to place those kind of like anywhere, but the walls only go on the grids. Yeah, so, I mean, we could let it run. Oh, for the airlock? Yeah, if you want to, go ahead. All right. So, let's pull that one up. Pull that one up since I put them in backwards. There we go. We're at 402. Yeah, I need to get an analyzer hooked up into this. So, oh, wait a minute. Ha. 400 and, all right, so we don't have a lot in there. Oh, it's only at 16 degrees, too. That's a good thing we had it. It was really cold because we had all that ice that we ran through it. So, I guess running the furnace through it actually, I would have thought it would have been a lot hotter than that, though. I wonder if they improved the cooling. Well, actually, I think that's the first time we ran the furnace. Might just because the ACs are... Well, it's dropping, so we must have pulled most of the heat out of there. Anyway, all right, so we'll get onto this. We'll have to move the tank back one, maybe, which is going to be interfere with that line. I don't really want to bring it out one more, though, because that's, you know, not going to leave anything right there. Yeah. All right, well, we'll work on it. Figure out exactly what we're going to do. Oh, very nice. The sun's coming up. Okay. So we'll get this enclosed. Yeah, and that was my original plan, but then I realized that if we do that, we're always going to be bypassing one of the tanks, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but, you know, if the stuff's too hot, it's basically going to bypass the first tank, go right into the second tank, and if it's too cold, then it's going to get held at the first tank and then until it cools down, and then bypass the second tank. So I figured, why not just do one tank instead? And yeah, I might need a frame block because I should have... Oh, I think I got to weld on those ones. Because there should be... I should have at least one spot on those. Unless they've completely changed that. I don't know. I don't usually build on just the walls. But we should have at least one spot. We can... oh, supposedly there's a bug report where the welder's randomly catching things on fire. Oh, what am I... Oh, this is not a frame block. Yes, even though I have to, you know, obviously use something to pull those back off, I can just stick them on my hand. Okay, so we should. You're not going to stick anywhere, are you? You're going to be an absolute pain. Oh, that looks kind of neat. Yeah. All right, yeah, we're going to have to change these to frames. That's what I was wondering about that, because we did, I think, run into that on... Oh, no. Come on, thank you. And let's not accidentally pull up the tank. That would not be fun. All right, so... yeah, I still... I mean, I guess it'll work. We'll definitely have to make it 3 tall now, though, because we won't... Well, we might. And I'm really thinking we should put a nitrogen fill station outside. And then maybe an O2. Actually, we'll probably just do an O2, a nitrogen, and a battery charger out here. And maybe we'll, stick like O2 nitrogen. Or maybe we'll do it right there. I don't know. Somewhere around here close by. We might be doing it over there since we've got that wall section right there. But it would probably be good to do that. Actually, we're going to need those. All right. So I'm going to come over here and cannibalize this a little bit so we don't have to. Actually, we got to pull all these ones up anyway. So that's fine. Oh. Let's, wrong one. Come on. There we go. Yeah, we got to pull all these ones up since we made that change, and this is going to be up higher. Hey, Bert. Yeah, I think, well, plus, if when we're like, actually building a ship and whatnot, then, or, doing a big, expansion on the base or something out here. I mean, because how many times do we run out of nitrogen, like when we're doing something, for the jetpack, being up on the roof, doing the solar panels. So it would be worth it to definitely have another kind of, fill station set up out here somewhere, easily accessible. All right, so we got to pull all these up anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And we'll just leave the extra ones. I don't really want to leave them laying around. We can take a minute to pick them up. There we go. All right. So yeah, we're going to continue that on flat, straight out over that. And then that'll give us a decent sized landing pad, I think. Oh, we can pull those ones up top too. Might as well. We're already doing it, so let's we can get rid of these. There we go. So I think that'll make a decent, we should be able to get a ship that can fit on that. Hopefully. I say that, and we'll have a ship that's going to be, like, huge. Yeah, now I got to pull up the floor. And hopefully, I don't think we have anything else that should be in the way. No, we should be good on the rest of it. Yeah, it shouldn't care about that. Still have to move the tank, but... So this would give us kind of a way to pressurize it, maybe. I'm so glad it's does let us do that, though. though it's completely unrealistic that you would be able to, well, actually, technically, I guess it's not completely unrealistic. If you really wanted to, I guess you could weld metal beams through the middle of the tank. All right, so let us sheets. Now I'm glad we put this out here. I mean, we don't use it very often, but I almost pulled it back out because I was like, no, I don't really ever use it, But yeah, definitely worth having lockers around. So what I'm thinking to do is we're going to do the one level of welding on these, and then we'll put the walls on top, and that way it'll let it be basically a vacuum underneath. But my other thought that I just had a minute ago was that we could fill these ones in on the bottom, and then just when we cover it all with wall, it'll leave us a section up here that can be pressurized, so that if we want to have, if we need some gas in there to run the heaters. Actually, you know what? We don't got to worry about it. We're on Mars. We got 8 kPa, so it's not a lot, but it's going to be trapped in there with the heat anyway. So yeah, we should be fine. The only thing we'll have to watch out for is it is going to be open down below, so I don't know if the heat's going to, hopefully the tank should absorb it fast enough. And then we should be hopefully good to go. All right, so wall heaters. And I don't know. Oh, yeah, we got to fill up the jetpack. Oh, and it's going to be annoying because we got to put those on the inside. Actually, will it even let me do that? How are we going to do that? Oh, you know what? We can do it like we did we can do it the cheaty way. Not really cheaty, but kind of how we did the, like when we did the light. So if we do something like that, and like that, and then we don't need that. That's funny, I keep hearing doors running. And what are they? Still sheets. All right. So if we do this, nope, one more. Come on, thank you. There. And there. Okay, we should be good there. And I'm really going to have to... Oh, it's... Yeah, it's empty now. All right. Oh, he's in the airlock too. I guess we'll wait for him to come out. We can pull these off on the outside. All right. Uh-oh. I know. It's so tall. I know, because the guy can barely lift his legs. All right, so we should be able to take these, and we should, yeah, just like that. We can place them there, and then, oh, we get that little lag spike again. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do that. I think I'll put it on the outside of the other building. Like, maybe around here. Because we're going to have the power room's going to be underneath here. We've already got to run all the gases down across here anyway. And it's all basically new, so we can do it right from the start without having to rip into things to get it in there. And yeah, anyway, that'll work, but we gotta get Jetpack charged up so we can get in there. Is he still in there? Oh, don't tell me he was going inside. Really? Oh. I should just depressurize the base while we do this. It'll probably be easier. Alright. Oh, yeah, wait for that to run. Alright, so, well, we can, while we're waiting for that to depressurize, we can go ahead and, so we're going to need to pull this up because we can do the circuit. And we can run the circuit on this side too. There we go. And great. Why is my floor grate not combining? Okay, fine. Either way. What are you? All right. Is it open yet? No. All right. So now to get into that power line, we're gonna probably want to depressurize it anyway because we didn't get to that power line. Two different battery banks. Supposedly yes. But you have to do a very specific, I think you have to run it either through a transformer first to the batteries, but I don't think, no, it's not the transformer. It's supposed to, but I don't believe it does right now. At least we haven't got it to, because we've had it hooked up without a transformer and with a transformer, and it seems to randomly pick one, top it off, and then it goes to the next battery. So it's not splitting it between all the batteries. But I don't know if we run to, I think the way you have to do it is you have to run a transformer. You have to come off of the solar panels to two transformers, and then off of those transformers to each battery bank, because I think the battery will send to both transformers equally on the circuit. But I'm not up to its max capacity of, whatever the battery's outputting, or the transformer is set to. I think that's the way that it has to be done, but I'm not 100% positive. All right, so if I remember correctly, we are going to go to depressurize. And if we do, yeah, that's the complete shutdown. So we're going to depressurize. All right, and let's check the temperature in here while we're waiting for that to. So 42. Well, this is trapped though because we didn't have this door open. 25, 29, 12, 10, 9. Very nice. Yes, that's the one we have to turn off individually. Yeah, so strangely enough, that did not heat up the base a lot. So yeah, that is an option that we could, and if that is the way, I'm pretty sure that's what you have to do to get this to charge evenly to each side. But again, if it's more than one battery, then it's gonna see like it's charged this battery full. It doesn't pull from all the batteries at once. It basically pulls from one battery, pulls from the next battery, pulls from next. And it's not in order either. It's random. and it's random every time. And every, it might be this one first this time, and then it might be this one first that next time, and then that one first. So you never know really what it's going to do. I did notice it does seem that when it charges, it seems to charge a battery that has something in it that's not fully charged before it goes to an empty battery. So it'll probably charge like, one of these and then jump to the next one. So it's draining that one. It's draining that one. So it kind of drains by, whatever's not full. But other than that, there's not really any rhyme or reason. And when it charges, it's kind of completely random. It'll top off, I think, whatever partial ones there are. And then it goes to randomly like an empty one. So it's a bit, yeah. But either way, I mean, it works all out in the end. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to. Oh, you know what we should do? Since we're in here waiting for this to depressurize. 5-1. I think there's a way to drop the right there. So heavy cable, which is, I believe, just wrapping around for there. And heavy cable there. Oh, no, not heavy cable there. Oh, yeah, the heavy cable runs back to that one. So we're going to want to, I guess, tie off. Oh, that's going to be a pain to snake that around. We might be able to just tie off in this wall and come through. I think it's probably the best way to do it. Oops. Your ping's a little high there, Mast. Oh, that's really high. I guess there has been since the last update, there's been issues with the like hosting a game with the connections. Are we down to no, we're not down yet. Base seems to be taking longer than normal to depressurize. And before we forget, let us change out our nitrogen. Actually, you know what? I did it. I always do that, and I have these ones that aren't completely full that I keep meaning to drop in there first and let top off. But yeah, so on the new one, I could, if I really wanted to, then I could, run another line over. The only thing that would be kind of a pain, I guess it really wouldn't be a pain, is, our charge control circuit is not really gonna, I mean, we could adjust it to count the batteries over there, but we'd have to add in, we either have to tie it into the data line on this side, or we'd have to somehow either with a memory chip, set it to whatever we know that the potential is, or what would be the other way to do it, or have it add the two values together and then feed it into the circuit. So it would be kind of a mess, I think. Well, it wouldn't be a mess, but it would be a lot more complicated setup if we wanted to have it tied in with the same. I really want to just start pulling this all off, but I kind of need to be able to have this be depressurized, which is dropping. I mean, it is dropping. All right. And I think we've got pretty much everything we need. It's just we need to be able to tie into that line and have the base depressurized. You know, sometimes I think it's almost worth it not to pressurize the bases because, you know, we basically have to depressurize the base so much. But it's I don't know. I mean, it is kind of nice to have it pressurized, except it makes everything so much noisier. Oh, speaking of that, we should check. Yeah, I know we're good on the battery and the oxygen tank. And do we need? No. So we're already reading tank pressure and temperature off of the outside. You know, you can just pull the pressure off of the gas sensor in there and just use a gas display instead of doing the circuit. It's 36 watts in there. Okay. $18 or 18. I'll be tempted to go out the other one. Actually, we can go out the other one because we're depressurizing the base anyway. But the it only leaks on the outer one, not the. Oh, and then we have to wait for it to cycle, and it's gonna want to pressurize all the way up to 100%. Really? All right. We're in an hour, so while I wait for the base to depressurize, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream here, and then I'll be back in like 10 minutes or so. And then I can probably do like another hour max, and then I gotta get to bed. And then, you know, we won't be standing around waiting for the base to finish depressurizing. So we'll call this good for episode 93, and then we'll pick up episode 94 in about 10 minutes. And we should just be able to pop open the airlock. We'll just pull the doors off and just be able to go right in and out, and we can punch the holes through the walls. And then I gotta see, maybe we'll hold off on. We probably should leave the base depressurized for a while anyway, since we're gonna be tying in the other room. And we're gonna have we have to run all the gas and stuff over there, so it's worth it to do it, but it seems to be taking longer. I may need to add more returns in. They do on the displays like these over here. I don't know if the LEDs do. I've never used them for pressure because I always just use the gas pressure circuit on the console. Anyway, we will end the stream here. Like I said, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see if we can get that system up and running. I think we pretty much got most of the prep work done, and I think the only thing we might have to do is move the tank back. But we'll be able to keep on tying everything in, and it should be pretty good to go. And then hopefully we can get up and testing it. Maybe we'll throw some ice in. Yeah, maybe we'll throw some ice in there, and then let it see how well it performs. So at least that way is easily testable. It's not like we have to run the furnace to get hot gases in there. It's easy enough to get cold stuff in there. So, all right. Well, again, I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes in episode 94. Hope you guys enjoyed it.